So you touched about it there, then the fear factor. Let's talk about the fear factor. Invariably, you know, at some point in our careers, we are going to be out of our depth. You know, if I think about situations, it could be when you're promoted into a leadership role, or maybe when you're promoted into a CMO role for the first time. It could be when you're getting your first marketing job, your first proper marketing job. It's termed imposter syndrome. But what can people do to sort of quieten or eliminate that fear, or put the chimp back in the box, as I mentioned?
Well, first and foremost, I think people don't realize how common it is to feel like an imposter. The numbers actually indicate that about 70% of people feel like an imposter at some point in their careers. So it's practically everyone. And I know I have felt it throughout my career. At the beginning, I felt it my first day as a VP. I don't think seniority has any impact on it. What I do want to mention is that if you feel like an imposter, you're in good company, because it's more common to feel this way when you're an overachiever, when you're someone who really cares about the work that they do, because essentially imposter syndrome is an indication of growth. It's what happens before you move from who you are right now to the person that you need to become to do a great job, that next level. So it's actually a good thing. However, no matter how much I will tell you it's a great thing, when you feel the fear, you're not going to believe it. And you're not going to remember, oh, it's a good thing, I should embrace it, because the fear is real. Sometimes I used to feel it in my body, like it would be hard to breathe, my hands would shake. So it feels real. So what I usually tell people to do is to go through this process that I call rewriting your story. And it relies on the fact that, once again, your thoughts are not facts. And what you're going to do is prove to yourself that you have absolutely no merit to what you're thinking, that it makes absolutely no sense. And there are 3 steps. Step number 1, write down what you're feeling. If you're thinking, I'm not good enough, I'm not ready, they're going to make fun of me, just write it down. Sometimes just the act of writing it down, so taking it from your head and kind of putting it externally, really reduces the amount of fear, because it feels a little less intimidating. Step number 2, you're going to play detective, and you're going to question your own thoughts. You're going to look at what you wrote down, and you're going to try and find proof that it's either real or not real. Let me give you an example. If you're thinking, I'm not good enough, you can ask yourself, how do I know that? Did someone actually tell you that you're not good enough? Did you already try to apply and you were rejected? And very often the answer is no. And even when the answer is yes, maybe someone told you you're not good enough or you're not ready. Who is this person? Are they actually capable of judging whether or not you're ready? And if you're not ready now, can you actually be ready later? Is there anything that you can do to get there, or is this a done deal? And when you start this process of questioning your thoughts very quickly, you'll realize most of it is BS. It's just a story you're telling yourself, and you can tell yourself a much better story. And the way you can do that, it's a really simple trick, but it makes a huge difference. You just add the word yet to everything that you're thinking. I am not good enough yet. I am not ready yet. And here's why. Because I'm not ready is determined that there's absolutely no chance. There's no reason to take action. It's impossible. I'm not ready yet means that there's a gap, means that there's hope, and it means that you just need to take action to get there. So just by using that word and changing the language in your head, you can go from inaction, impossible, to being really hopeful and actually taking action.